Good morning, Ollie.
Morning.
Can you remember your team being in a more confident mood heading into a match like they are this weekend against Bournemouth?
Oh well, it's been a while since we've been on a run like this. When I first came in, the run was also a good one. But now, no, definitely we are feeling confident. We are feeling in good form, and they should be, because they've worked so hard over the lockdown period, and they're just getting the sharpness and fitness and match fitness back. So, and of course, when you perform like you have done, Sheffield United, Brighton games, I thought they were really good. So they should be confident.
One of the standout performances in that Brighton game was Mason Greenwood. The expectation has gone up again for him because of his goal and his assist as well, and his all-round game, to be fair. How carefully are you going to have to manage the situation with Mason in terms of keeping a lid on expectations and resisting the temptation to play him every match when he's playing like that?
I think we have done well over the course of the season, giving him more and more exposure, more and more game time. You know, it's not easy being a young boy. He can still play in this season's FA Youth Cup team. So he's a young boy that we have to look after. So, but he's performing from the bench or when he starts, and he's developed fantastically this season. So only the sky's the limit. It's up to him. He knows what he should do and can do and must do to keep on playing, and but that'll be between us.
James Cooper.
He looks like he had a fantastic lockdown in terms of more pace and more strength. I mean, you know what it takes to make a number 9. He's got 14 goals. Do you ultimately see him as playing down the middle for Manchester United, with not necessarily a 9 on his back, but playing in that position?
Well, he's a centre forward by trade, but he likes to drift wide. He likes to face forward, and that's a different role than being the foil up through the middle. You can see some centre forwards who like back to goal, get hold of the ball, link it, which Mason's improving on, which is his body is filling out, and he can play that position. But I think we can see him like we have done with Marcus and Anthony as well. They're good centre forwards, very good footballers, good goal scorers, and with good movement. They're not stuck between the posts.
You've talked about the gap between yourselves and Man City and Liverpool. Do you watch last night's game and think, maybe with a couple of additions and the belief that you've got, that maybe that gap can be closed next season?
I watched quite a few games yesterday, both Norwegian and English, and there's quite a lot of football on the telly at the moment. So, and yeah, I watched 2 very, very good teams on show, but we believe that we are on the right track. We think that we can improve on what we are now and close the gap further.
Simon?
Ollie, do you feel justified in what you've done this season? Because you took a lot of criticism in the first few months where things didn't seem to be going right, and now the last few games there's obviously fruition of your plan. Do you feel justified in the way you've gone about this job?
If you're worried about what others write about you, think about you, say about you, you shouldn't be in this job. So no, I don't look or feel. What I feel doesn't really matter. What I do is with the coaching staff, with the club, trying to improve us. So I don't need anyone to say that was the right thing or wrong thing, or feel that we've shown that we've done the right thing. For me, it's just about the next game and improving all the time. So I believe in a certain way of managing a club, managing players, the staff, and I'm just doing what I think is right, and that's what I've done more or less all my life when I've been working in football, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Just in terms of tomorrow, is tomorrow a dangerous game because people will look at it and think this is easy? Manchester United are in form, Bournemouth clearly are not in form. It's an easy game.
I've seen lots of quotes that we have an easy run in, but then next 5 games, they're against Bournemouth. We lost to them previous game. Aston Villa, we drew to them last at home at Old Trafford. We have Southampton, which we drew to. We lost to Palace. We lost to West Ham. So there's teams that we've got a point to prove against, and we know that we have to improve on our last performances against them. So no, I don't think it's a easy game. I think it's the same answer really. What anyone else thinks doesn't really matter, because we know to win a game of football we have to perform. And Bournemouth, yeah, they're struggling or fighting a fight against relegation. It's not a nice place to be in, but they'll come here and fight for points. And one of the best teams in the league on set plays. We know that. They've scored against us Old Trafford last year on the set play. So we know that we have to stop quite a few things with them. But then again, if we play to our best, we should create chances enough to deserve to win the game.
Simon Peach.
Morning, Ollie. It doesn't sound like complacency is going to be an issue tomorrow, but what about the fitness issues? The fact that you've had so many games in such a short period of time, and how is the squad looking injury-wise and fitness-wise?
I've got to wait and see, because there's a couple that got some knocks, bruises. So if there's couple of changes, don't be surprised, just because of fitness. But there's also what you say. There's so many games, so I've got to look after them, look after the players. It'd be nice to play a team that performed so well against Sheffield United at home last time and play so well against Brighton. But let's wait and see how everyone is after training today. I've not seen them this morning, and I've got many reasons to play the same team, but I've also got a few reasons of rotating one or two that have played so well earlier in the season.
Can I just ask about Jude Bellingham? You were strongly linked to him over recent months, and it looks like he's off to Borussia Dortmund. Is that the way you understand it? And would that be a frustration to miss out on obviously a very talented young player?
Well, I think we've been there's been loads of speculation and linked us to every single talented player in from the age of 15 to 25, really. So I can't comment on every single player that's been linked with us, and so no, I can't really comment.
James from TalkSport.
Morning, Ollie.
Hi.
Ollie, there's been 8 clean sheets in your last 13 league matches. A lot of people are talking about United going forward, but how pleased are you with how solid you're looking at the back?
Oh, of course, every time you get a clean sheet, that's a big plus, because we know that we are capable of creating chances, scoring goals. The foundation for any team, I think any manager would say, if you have a foundation to build from at the back, with the shape, with the intensity of the defensive work, then you've got a chance to get a result, and you got a team. So for me, it starts with Anthony, and then it stops with David that makes the saves. It's a team effort, and you're very pleased with so many clean sheets. We struggled early on in the season. We couldn't buy a clean sheet. It just didn't matter how well we defended. We had shots off the backside of the opponent or anything. But at the moment, we've defended well as a team.
Ingrid.
Hi, Ole. Going back to Mason and going back to when you were a player, do you see anything of yourself in Mason as a goal scorer?
Mason's way ahead of what I was when I was 18, 19, that's for sure. But he's got a knack of scoring goals. I don't really want to say anything different, because it's natural for him, and it was what I felt I could do well as well. So no, it's a brilliant boy to work with, and he keeps on learning, keeps on making better and better decisions. So he'll be good.
Last question, Andy, in this section.
Good morning, Ollie.
Hiya.
New signings aside, what has changed between now and the last time you went to Bournemouth, that defeat in November?
At the moment, of course, you go into the game more confident. results and performances will give you more confidence. The team, the group is working towards a common goal. They can see the effort we've put in has worked. The team shape is better. Everything's better than what we were back then. So it's hard to put a finger on something special, but I've just been pleased with the focus of everyone.